Welcome to my channel. I'm Humble King Cash, and I speak about credit, money, and the tools that lead to true financial freedom. Today, I'm giving you something powerful, a free class called Building Strong Credit, a foundation for financial success. So many people, including my own clients, struggle to understand the basics of credit. It's not that they don't care, it's that nobody ever taught us, especially in school, how credit really works or how to use it to build wealth. That's why I created this, to strip away the confusion and give you real practical knowledge you can use to take control of your financial future. In this video, I'm going to break down what credit actually is, how it's scored, how you can start using it as a tool, not a trap. My goal is simple: to empower you to boost your score, unlock better opportunities, and build the financial life you deserve. All right, so let's get started. Today, you're going to learn the truth about your FICO score and how it really works. Your credit score isn't just a random number. It's a carefully calculated grade that ranges from 300 to 850. It's built from 550 possible points and acts like your financial report card. Lenders use this number to measure how trustworthy you are with borrowed money. You'll master the fundamentals of FICO scoring, learn about the 5 key pillars that determine your score, discover real strategies to improve your credit, and understand how to build a worthy credit profile. Knowing how your score is created is the first step to mastering your financial future. Once you understand what influences that number, you have the power to start shaping it. And that's how you move from average credit to strong credit. Okay, I love this chart. Hopefully you all can see it. Your credit score is built on 5 key pillars. And understanding each one is how you gain control over your credit. The first and biggest pillar is payment history, which you can see makes up 35% of your score. This shows lenders how reliable you are when it comes to paying your bills on time. Even one late payment can drop your score, so consistency is everything. The next pillar is amounts owed, which makes up 30%. This is all about your utilization rate, how much credit you're using compared to your limit. Keeping your utilization under 30% shows discipline and builds trust. The third pillar is credit age, worth 15%. This rewards you for maintaining long, healthy credit relationships. Patience pays off here. Then we have hard inquiries. They're worth 10%. These come from applying for new credit, and while they do impact your score slightly, they're not as scary as people may think. Finally, credit mix, also 10%, shows diversity. Having different types of accounts, like credit cards, auto loans, or mortgages, proves you can manage multiple forms of credit responsibly. Together, these 5 pillars create your overall FICO score and tell lenders your financial story. Okay, when it comes to your credit score, the 2 biggest factors you should focus on are payment history and amounts owed. Together, these 2 pillars make up 65% of your entire score. That means if you master these areas, you've already built a solid foundation for excellent credit. Payment history is all about consistency, making your payments on time every single time. Even one missed payment can have a big impact on your score. Then we have amounts owed, which deals with your credit utilization, or how much of your available credit you're using. I know most people always say keep it under 30%, but if you really want to see your score climb, keep it between 1 and 9%. I know that may be tough for some of y'all, but trust me, that's where the magic happens. When you focus on these 2, everything else becomes secondary. These habits give you the biggest boost in your credit journey. So next, we're going to break down both of these pillars in detail, and I'll show you exactly how to optimize them for the best results. Payment history is the 35% giant of your credit score. It's the most powerful factor that determines your credit strength. First, every account counts, whether it's open, closed, or even charged off. Each one plays a role in how lenders view your payment history. Next, think of your on-time payments like deposits into your own payment bank. Each successful payment adds to your credit wealth. The goal is to hit over 500 on-time payments to what lenders consider experienced status. That's the level where trust and opportunity start to grow. But remember, severity matters. A 30-day late payment can sting, a 60-day late hurts even more, and a 90-day late is almost as damaging as a full charge-off. Finally, there's the hierarchy. Not all late payments are treated equally. Mortgage lates are the most serious, followed by auto loans, and then credit cards. So if times ever get tough, always prioritize your mortgage or housing payment first. Mastering this one pillar will protect your credit foundation more than anything else. Now let's talk about the second pillar of your credit score, which makes up 30% of your total, amounts owed. You probably heard people say, keep your credit utilization under 30%. But let me tell you, that's outdated advice. 30% is not acceptable if you're serious about building or repairing your credit. The real goal is what I call the golden rule. Keep your utilization between 1 1.9%. I know you're like, wow, 1.9%. But that sweet spot shows lenders that you're using credit responsibly without depending on it too much. Going over 9% signals higher risk, while using 0% can actually hurt you because it shows you're not using credit at all. If you're applying for something major like a mortgage or business funding, aim for the 1 to 3% range right before your report date. That's where you'll see the biggest jump in your credit score. So ditch the 30% myth. Discipline and precision are what truly strengthen this pillar. Now let's break down the hidden utilization thresholds, because your score doesn't just drop randomly. It drops at specific levels of usage on each card. The first goal is to stay under 9%, which is your optimal zone. This is where you'll earn the maximum points for responsible credit without appearing inactive. Once you cross 28.9%, you'll hit your first drop. This usually triggers around a 10-point reduction in your score. It's still manageable, but it means you're entering the warning zone. Now, if you go over 48.9%, that's where the real damage happens. At this point, lenders start viewing your card as maxed out, even if it's not technically at 100%. That could cost you around 25 points or more. So here's your action plan. Get every card under 48% first. Then work each one down under 28%. Once you've done that, optimize them all to the 1 to 9% range. That's how you protect your score and keep your utilization working in your favor. Now that we covered the big two, let's talk about the supporting cast that makes up the remaining 35% of your credit score: credit age, hard inquiries, and credit mix. First, credit age makes up 15%. This is the average age of all your accounts. If you remove a negative or derogatory account, your score might drop temporarily, but don't panic. That's just part of the process. As you continue to build positive history, your score will recover and grow stronger. Next, hard inquiries make up 10%. These happen when lenders pull your credit during applications. But don't stress. If you're shopping for an auto or a mortgage loan, multiple inquiries within 14 days usually count as just one. So never let the fear of a few points stop you from building your credit profile. Finally, we have credit mix, also worth 10%. This shows lenders you can handle different types of debt like revolving credit cards and installment loans. A high score with only credit cards won't get you far, but showing variety proves you're a responsible, well-rounded borrower. Together, these three factors help complete your credit foundation. Okay, when it comes to building a strong credit foundation, lenders want to see balance and consistency. That means your profile should include at least 4 open accounts. This prevents what's called a thin profile, where lenders don't have enough data to judge your credit worthiness. Out of those, make sure at least 2 are revolving accounts, like credit cards that show you can manage ongoing balances responsibly month after month. Then add at least 1 long-term installment loan, something like a car note, mortgage, or student loan, to show you can handle multi-year commitments. Finally, include at least 1 short-term installment loan, such as a credit builder loan from Self or your bank, and make every payment on time. Never early, never late. That's your secret weapon. A fully completed short-term loan sends a huge positive signal to lenders that outweighs old negative history and proves your current responsibility. Okay, the truth about credit building is simple. You can't just repair your credit, you have to build it. Repairing your credit only removes the negatives like late payments, charge-offs, or collections, and while that is important, it's only half the battle. True credit power comes from adding the positives, the things lenders actually want to see. That means consistent on-time payments, low credit utilization, a mix of different account types, and loans that you fully paid off. Think of it like climbing a staircase. Each positive account, each on-time payment, and each responsible decision is another step closer to that perfect 850 credit score. You're not just fixing your past, you're building your financial future. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and financial game.